Class D integrated amplifier that maybe plays like 8 watts into 2 channels. Let's talk about it. This thing's small, right? Like, it's a regular record. It's about that size. Has 2 inputs. Bluetooth, which you select the mode by pushing this, and it'll switch between Bluetooth and this auxiliary. Bluetooth, if you're in the same room with your device, it works. It's thin, it's Class D, it's not a surprising sound for what you get, but it's totally functional, right? This auxiliary, this is what interested me about this. I'm like, oh, this could be like a super inexpensive, cheap headphone amp. Not a headphone amp. Auxiliary as an input. This is advertised as ability to play 2 channel as a single amp, or you could buy a second one of these for, I don't know how much these cost. Maybe, I would guess, I'd pay 25 bucks for this maybe. It's advertised that you can use this for 2 channel listening by putting it into these inputs, or these speaker terminals. They're 5-way binding posts. Or you can use this as a mono and play out of your source, split the RCAs, and then convert it into a 3.5 millimeter input and put one into this. And then if you had a second one, put the right into this and the left into the other one. And then you can put, you can use it as a mono by playing, oh gosh, into this. I don't know, you'd have to follow the directions, but you can use it as a mono if you want to. So overall, look, this isn't a surprising sound. This is a cheap Class D integrated amplifier that it functions, right? Like, I was a little bit scared to put this on my CSS Crichtons and to put it on any of my speakers. I did end up putting it on my Wharfedale Diamond 225s, and they're warm speakers, and you know, and it maybe helps thicken up the Class D sound that can be pretty thin. And it's functional, it's serviceable, right? Like, don't expect audiophile out of something this tiny. But for Bluetooth, works great. For using the auxiliary, I did try it as an input, and I just fed the full 2 channels into this because I wasn't sent a second one. Neohipo did send me this Neohipo BP10, but I was only sent one. And honestly, I couldn't get the auxiliary to work without cutting in and out. It wasn't functional for me. Maybe I have a broken unit, but for 25 bucks, maybe this is 50 bucks. I don't think I'd pay 50, but I'd probably pay 25 or 30. As a Bluetooth integrated amplifier, it's serviceable. It is great for if you need something for a workout room and you're on a budget. It's like, I don't know, it's metal. It's got some legs. Apparently it passed quality control. These terminals, they look like they're metal, but they're higher grade than, I'd say, the V3, but they're fine, right? Like, they're fine. But here's the reason that I can't, well, the only way that I could recommend if you use this, and I'll show you. Now, when it comes with this wall wart, right? Like, it's just 12 volt wall wart. I mean, this is like 8 watts per channel into this Class D integrated. But the reason, and this is going to be a little bit exaggerated, but let's say you want to put this on your desk, right? You put it, and you need to add your speaker terminals to it. Let's just try that. This is just exaggerating, right? Like, these are pretty heavy duty speaker terminals. This is the world's best cable. These are 9-gauge speaker terminals. Let's say you put it in. Cool, works. It's just so light that you can't really, like, leave it anywhere and expect it to stay on. It's just so light. The only way that I would actually use this integrated amplifier with speakers is if I'm using, and I think it's price appropriate, right? Like those speaker cables I was just using are $200, $250, something like that. But I would use this with the cheapest Amazon Basics speaker cable you can find. The kind that is like copper coated aluminum. I think you could find it for like 10 bucks. Those are super light. You're not going to be looking at an audiophile sound with this. You're just not. But for Bluetooth, if you're looking for a cheap system, I'd probably connect this with, what would be a good speaker? I don't know, maybe like the Numi Silk speakers you can get sometimes for like 100 bucks. Attach this to those with Amazon Basics speaker cable. You're looking at probably $160 all in. And it's fine. It's made in China. Obviously, it's made in China. Do I trust that this is going to work? No. I mean, it worked for me, right? Like the Bluetooth worked for me. But I did have legitimate reservations of setting this up with any speakers that I hope to have long term, because I don't know that I fully trust this thing working with my speakers long term. That might be unfounded, that might be a fantasy that I have, but if you're looking for something cheap and you just need some background noise, sure. If this is like 25, 30 bucks, like I'm guessing it is there anything better than this for 25 or $30? I don't even know if I've heard an integrated amp for less than this. Yeah. Is it fun? Yes. Does it make me like want to listen to more music? No, it doesn't. And maybe that's the point, right? But I think I've talked about it long enough. Enjoy the music. If you're listening to it on a $25 system, ooh, or $30 system, or a $5,000 system, cool. Enjoy the music. Have a great day. Appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I do pride myself on answering people's questions. But yeah, and if I don't know the answer, I just don't know the answer. I haven't heard everything. But here's some cheap audio for you. Enjoy. Have a great day.